We're back, YouTube. We're into the second match of the first elimination phase of the tournament. LBF is now on the attack against VDP. It all boils down to this. One of these teams is going to be leaving the Season 3 ladder after the results of this match. As always, like, subscribe, and be sure to check out the rest of the videos. As always, the first 30 seconds, we just need to make sure everyone is on the right team. Both teams are playing with a couple of less players this game. They're going to be roughly about 36 to 38 players. We keep having disconnects because it's just the way it is. LBF is on the attack. We'll just make sure everyone is on the right side at the beginning. As always, Fanta needs to be swapped. He's back. And we're looking good. Everyone's on the right side. So we're about to begin. We had the first game played. It was a very close game. Both teams so evenly necked to the very end, tickets-wise. It was so close. VDP managed to take one cap, but in total, LBF managed to win on the defense. They managed to hold out. It was back and forth throughout the entire game. So it really comes down to this now. You can see LBF already pushing out. They've got one MSP going north, one MSP a little bit stuck. They've got a tank rolling out, two tanks rolling out here from LBF. So LBF really looking to utilize speed at the beginning. They've got a P2 rolling out immediately. Devastating infantry killing tank. We've got a 222 heading round with a command car heading to the western side. We've got an MSP heading east into the tree line, and a big infantry push going straight out of the main base. How are VDP going to deal with this? Look at the P2 already. First kill for the P2. Frazio goes down. That P2. Excellent infantry killing weapon there. Will VDP manage to hold out? It all comes down to, can VDP infantry hold out until the tanks arrive for their team? There we go. A late player there. Just switching him across. Couple of infantry kills going out there. VDP pushing out at the very beginning, making sure LBF don't get a lot of ground on that first cap. Trying to take control of the tree lines here. They have an infantry squad very similar to what LBF did on defense, going into the mountainside here. Tanks-wise, we have two tanks coming out for VDP on the defense. It's going to take them about 2 minutes for the first tank to get here. It looks like it's the Panhard. Probably a B1 heavy tank. That's going to take about 3-4 minutes until it gets here. Also, a Logi team and an MSP pushing forward. Looks like they've also got a Logi team all the way out their main base on the outskirts. Probably going to put down some mortars, ready to help with mortars. That 222 already in position, getting a bunch of kills here, a bunch of suppressive fire. This is what VDP didn't do on the attack. VDP only utilized one tank at the beginning. This time, LBF on the attack, they've utilized two tanks and two devastating infantry killing tanks as well. The 222 and the P2, that auto cannon, so devastating. There's one shot. That is from the what is that from? It's from an ATR. Two ATR shots. Trying to deal with this 222. One shot actually did a bit of damage to the 222. Pushing horse on the right team again. These ATR rifles are actually doing damage to this 222. Not a lot. It's down to about 90% of health. But one shot onto the driver, they can pen. It could kill the driver or the gunner. More importantly, you want to kill the gunner. That 222 is going to slowly die. You can see the P2. The P2 is actually taking some damage as well. It looks like the P2 got hit by either a HE placement or an AT mine, maybe. But that P2 is going to retreat already. This big infantry push from LBF, supported by those tanks, has done a little bit of damage. But look at the ground. VDP have in control here on defense. They've pushed very far out of the cap, trying to create a perimeter around the cap the best they can. They're doing a good job here. LBF, though, they've managed to get that MSP all the way north. They've got some flanking maneuvers coming in. You can see one flank there. You got a squad leader 3. No doubt he's with his radio man. Yep, squad leader 3 with his radio man. They're waiting to get a rally down, and there goes the rally. So they've got a flanking rallying position. We've got the AT gun We've got an AT gun built here. We've got GSH 1920 building one of the AT guns, looking to get in position to deal with those German tanks early on. And VDP doing a good job as well, contesting the South Mountains here. You can see the 222 has been destroyed. I believe it was the Panhard that dealt with that. Yeah, you can see Cabu 1917 dealt with that Panhard. Very heavily damaged, though. We probably had a tank exchange going on there at some point. And this Panhard can't go uphill very well. This Panhard is going to have to serpentine up the hill. Panhard is actually one of my favorite tanks. At one point, it was very overpowered. It's not as strong anymore. But VDP doing a good job on defense here. That Panhard is going to be so hard for LBF to deal with. VDP, they're going to be careful they don't push out too far here, because look at that squad 3. Abby, Ashley Pike have managed to get on attack on cap along with Ego. Ego's found one of the rallies. One rally goes down. He's very close to this rally. He didn't spot this rally. Unfortunate for him. He managed to take out one of the defender rally, and look how well placed these mortars are. Have VDP spread themselves too thin at the beginning? Did they push too far out? You can see they're all rushing back now. Squad 6, Squad 4, Squad 7, Squad 2, Squad 3. They're all rushing back to the camp now. They spread a little bit too far out, and they've allowed an LBF squad to flank right behind them and get on cap, and it's caused an upset. Strafe runs coming in. I heard artillery being called in as well. All this infantry being called back as well on defense is going to allow for LBF to push forward as well. LBF is going to get a lot of map control from this, as all that pressure they had is going to be taken off them. LBF, only Abby is alive on cap now. Artillery coming down. Well placed artillery. That was VDP artillery. Well placed, actually. Managed to do some damage to the P2. The P2 is going to have to retreat and get repaired again. It's down to about 40-50% health. But look at all that VDP. VDP very smart on the defense. So very quick, very rapid. They got the call that we're losing cap, and they pulled bodies back quickly. If VDP hold on to this cap, if they do not lose this cap, they're going to be going through to the losers bracket decider for a chance to get back into the finals. The B1 is on scene. We've got Diego. The B1. It's time for VDP to use the... Oh, dear. Come on, Diego. Come on. Go on. The B1 is on scene. It's time for VDP to use the B1, the land battleship, to their advantage. You've got GSH there as well with the AT gun. He's been using that AT gun to good effect. But look at all that map control. VDP, originally, they pushed all the way up into the hedge line below us where that rally is. Now, with that pressure gone, LBF are able to push all the way towards cap. That was a great flank there by RB and Ego and everyone in his squad to call in those defenders. But look at that Panhard. The Panhard is on about 50% health. It's trying to flank behind this P2. The Panhard can destroy this P2. The P2, likewise, can destroy the Panhard. The crew has been killed. Good job by the P2 there. It can pen. It's killed the crew of the Panhard. So the Panhard is now disabled. No crew inside. And the P2 will be able to finish this off. Just flank behind. Shoot into the engine bay. Then that's going to be a dead Panhard. It'll just take a few shots, but it will happen eventually. Oh, Mimo's going to place a HE even better. He's a pioneer. He's going to place a HE to deal with it. So good job by the tank crew there. LBF with a second tank as well, putting shots into the cliff side. You can see it firing into the side there of the mountain. I believe it's the second P2. Yeah, 2 P2s on display. Bunch of kills. Look at all the kills it's getting there. Artillery, or was that smoke? Smoke coming in on cap as LBF do a big push with tank support in from the north of cap. Big red infantry wave coming in on north of cap as LBF try and reinforce from the south. Well, red versus blue here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got infantry waves clashing. And look at that P2 getting a bunch of tank kills here. Easy kills for it. We've got the tank on the north side raining shots into the mountain side. And then we've got the tank on the south side here putting shots in as well onto the reinforcements. El Yaza goes down. Got to kill Igor. Robert goes down. Bjorn is trying to revive his member there. I think a rally went down then as well. VDP not looking very strong here on this first cap. LBF pushing bodies in. Artillery, well-placed artillery bombardment. Look at that artillery bombardment. Oh, and the B1's gone down. Diego has gone down in the B1. The B1 got flanked by Breeze. Breeze has taken down the B1. I imagine that was a suicide logistics mine. And VDP have no tank support on scene now. And with two P2s up, this is going to be very hard for VDP infantry to deal with. You can see Bjorn, Robert, and Igor trying to push in there, trying to push through the smokes. That P1 spotted Igor. Boom, one shot, takes him out there. Robert, Bjorn, and Fuse trying to push through the trench line here. They're under fire with that P2 firing into the trenches, firing into the hedge lines. I think the first camp is going to be taken by the LBF here. LBF looking so strong on the attack right now. They have a majority on cap. It's going to be starting to neutralize. There's only 2 defenders actually in the camp radius at the moment for VDP. This is looking very, very hard for VDP at the moment on the defense. Bjorn, squad leader, trying to push forward. You see those little weaves from left and right. Unfortunately, he gets sprayed down by LB there. I can't see. Is XQR alive or is he dead? He is, I think, dead. Artillery placement here. This is going to be VDP artillery, I think. Although I can't really see. Oh, it was deeper into the tree line. Along with smokes, no real kills from that artillery. I'm just zooming up so we can get a better look at the battle here. You can see VDP trying to get bodies in. They're pushing down the mountainside here. Bombing run coming. The cap has been neutralized. That bomb was meant for that P2, but that P2 has moved since then. Another rally goes down for the defenders. The cap has been neutralized. And look at the P2s coming forward now. The P2s cutting off the reinforcements. I think that's going to be the cap taken by LBF. If they can take one more cap, that means they're going to be going through to the deciders. The one P2 took a shot there by an AT gun. No real damage, though. These P2 is doing an excellent job here. Spraying into the cliffside, spraying through the trees and into the bushes, cutting off the reinforcements from VDP. VDP need to start considering falling back to the next cap now. I think the first cap is all but lost. Strafes being called in. No real effect on those strafes. And we'll just open up the map. You can see the map now. Zoom out. We can see there is a fob to the southwest there for LBF. Ready to advance. They've got positions on the cliffside. We've got an MSP moving around on the north as well. You can actually see squad 3 for LBF is already moving into the second cap. They're looking to distract the defenders as much as possible. Don't give them any time to prepare on the next cap. And that's it. The first cap has been taken by LBF. They have met what VDP did on the attack. LBF looking very strong here. Very strong. Time, 47 minutes. They also have a larger ticket lead. They have a 60 ticket lead. And these P2s are going to be what is carrying LBF at the moment. With no tank support for VDP, these P2s have full reign over the battlefield. VDP now need to concentrate on defending the second cap. They cannot lose the second cap. Look at the mortars already raining down on this cap, trying to kill the defenders as they spawn, not giving VDP any chance here on the spawn to build up a defense and set a perimeter. You can actually see this LBF infantry flanking around, and they actually spotted one of the MSPs. Razio's MSP for VDP has been taken out as he was trying to get in position to help the defenders. I heard another vehicle go down there. I didn't see what it was. It might have been a tank. No, it wasn't a tank. Both P2s are still in action. One P2 is actually going back to main base to get repaired and rearmed, no doubt. VDP have control over the south cliffside for now, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They need to start spreading out, getting a good map control, deal with these tanks. They've got a new tank heading toward the field. But look at the map. Squad 3 for LBF is on the flank. Squad 1 is on the rear flank. They've got a squad coming in from the southwest as well. LBF is completely encircling the cap, not giving VDP a chance. They're not giving VDP a single chance on the defense. We've got Diego here with a Matilda one-man crew at the moment. Not going to be effective as a one-man crew. He really needs a gunner with him. Matilda is super powerful, though. I don't want to brag, but my kill record today is over 100 kills and 0 deaths in a Matilda. Matilda is a very strong tank. in the Chapter 2 maps. But to be effective, he's going to need a second crewman. And ideally, he wants to push those P2s as fast as possible. That Matilda could very easily kill both P2s. We've got Kilroy flanking around here. Kilroy gets shot, though, in the MSP. Kilroy was trying to move a second MSP into position, but Rhino here, spotting the MSP on the flank, getting in position. Now that MSP is completely locked down. Diego, not much he can do as a one-man Matilda crew. Looks like he's heading towards Cabu, maybe? Trying to pick up a crewman. VDP have done a good job, though. They've established themselves on the second cap. They're starting to create a perimeter. They're starting to push out a little bit. They've pushed back those initial fast blitzkrieg squads. Can they hold up, though? Those P2s are temporarily left the battle to go rearm and repair. When those P2s return, will things change? Speaking of P2s, we have a dead P2 here. Say doing a good job taking out one of those P2s. That is going to help VDP infantry on defense massively. If they can get that Matilda down onto cap now, if they can get that Matilda down to cap, that Matilda is going to be able to deal with anything the Germans throw at it in terms of armor. The Matilda is actually a little bit stronger than the B1, I found, unless recent changes have been made. The Matilda is actually stronger. It's got better speed. It's got better torque, so it's able to climb hills better. Oh, speaking of that, though, a HE placed to destroy the MSP has taken down the Matilda to about 10 to 20% of its health. This Matilda is going to have to get repaired immediately. It drove straight into that HE placed on that MSP. Obviously, it didn't know it was there, but that Matilda is in dire straits now. If they lose that Matilda, that's not going to look very good for VDP on the defense. Let's just open up the map again. You can see that MSP on the north side of cap with 2 tanks above it. Let's go see what tanks they are using. We know there's still a P2 alive, so let's have a look at what is the second tank for the Germans. I imagine it might be a P38. Yep, there it is, a P38. They've called out a second light tank. A second light tank on the battle. The Matilda very easily could kill both tanks, but with it being so low in health, it needs a repair crane quickly. It can't hang around on cap. If it hangs around on cap, it's going to get hit by a artillery strike or a Mustang, sorry, a Stuka, but it desperately needs a repair crane. It desperately needs a repair crane. The P38 can pen the Matilda. It's not easy, but it can do it. And with the Matilda so low on health, you don't want to take any risks with that Matilda. It really does need to get repaired as quick as possible. Maybe the tank crew don't know it's so badly damaged. There we go, just making sure Fanta reconnected, just making sure he goes straight onto the right side there. He did perfect. VDP doing a good job holding back the defense so far, trying to set a perimeter, but look at this from LBF. LBF are flanked around, coming through the cliffside here on the south side. Squad 7 for LBF. You can see a flank all the way around, pushing into the rear of the defenders here. VDP under a lot of pressure here on this cap. If they lose this cap, that means they will be leaving the tournament. And you've got to say it's looking very good for LBF at the moment. The Matilda temporarily retreating or just shifting position. It probably knows not to stay in position for too long, or else it can expect a Stuka or a artillery to come landing on its head. VDP, a lot of VDP infantry has been forced back onto the third cap. This LBF infantry, and they've taken out another tank. This LBF infantry constantly on the flanks. They take out the Soma. LBF have done a real good job infiltrating behind the VDP's lines, upsetting their spawn positions, delaying the logistics and tank support. And LBF, it looks like they have majority. Yet they have majority on the second cap at this point. VDP need to get some bodies on here, start clearing out. Who is it? We've got Lewis Howard. I've never seen this. This is a interestingly built bunker. Frederick on the inside. Frederick, just, you know, It's just a man trying to survive. He's trapped himself inside. Matilda here, still very low on health, doing its best to try support the cap here. No infantry support nearby. VDP are trying to rush bodies from the third cap stone, but they're getting counterattacked, they're getting cut off, they're getting delayed, not only by the infantry on the flanks here, but also long-range tank shots. You can see the P2 there in the distance, putting shots down range. That Matilda trying to help best it can. Here is the P2. Look at the distance this P2 is firing from. The Matilda could kill this P2, but again, it's going to be very hard for it to do so. Mimel is flanking the Matilda. I think the Matilda is going to go down here. I think he's a pioneer. Yeah, HE plays the Matilda. Unless he moves quickly, he's going to go down. He reverses. I think he's going to go down. And then he goes back on it, and there goes the Matilda. Matilda goes down, so there is no tank support on cap now for VDP. VDP, they're starting to funnel more infantry through, but they're looking very, very desperate. The bunker has been blown up. Frederick on the inside, a man just trying to survive. The cap has been neutralized by LBF, and LBF have number supremacy. VDP can still get on cap. VDP have numbers nearby. That P2 is going to be devastating, though, to deal with. Do VDP have any answers to deal with this P2? I don't think they do. LBF are getting bodies on cap. They've got a lot of bodies on cap now. VDP is doing the best they can, but they have no spawns nearby. Igar and his squad is the only one nearby. Smoke screen coming down now from LBF. A commander asset covering the advance for more infantry from LBF on the attack. You can just see the amount of numbers LBF. There is a big infantry wave coming in from VDP, but I don't think they're going to make it in time. I don't think they're going to make it in time, especially with the P2 pushing forward. Bayana is trying to sneak up on the P2. He's doing his best. The LBF losing a couple of infantry. VDP... It's going to be so close, but I don't think they're going to have enough time to clear out the infantry and start neutralizing it with numbers, especially now that the P2 has drove on cap. And the cap has been taken. LBF have taken the second cap. That means they're going to be going through to the deciders bracket to try to fight for a place for the semi-finals. VDP are going to be our first team to leave the Season 3 tournament. Unfortunate for them, but man, this is the first season we've had them. Our boys from Brazil, they put on an excellent show. They did some amazing things in this tournament. It's going to be sad to see them go, but that's just the way it is. Still playing on, though. LBF playing on, and VDP is still playing. Obviously, the match isn't over here. Time on board, 52 minutes. Plenty of tickets in hand. LBF can relax a little bit at this point. LBF can relax a little bit at this point. There we go. A little bit delayed. LBF can relax a little bit at this point. They know they've done their job. Congratulations to them. And they're actually already on the second cap. You can actually see, similar to the second cap, they've already moved into the third cap, making sure VDP don't have chance on the defense to get in position. They're already on the spawn of the third cap, delaying the defense as much as possible, trying to cut them off. Vital here with an AT gun was trying to get some tank kills. Oh, he was actually in a tank fight with the P38. P38 at distance there, fighting against the AT gun of Vital. Vital, obviously, not the victor in that exchange. We had a couple of disconnects, just making sure everyone's fine. Yeah, we're all fine. But yeah, what a great game. The first match was so close. The first match could have gone either way. Both LBF and VDP on the first game, so very close. So very close. It really came down to it. It came down to the last wire. The second cap was back and forth so many times. On this game here, LBF on the attack. I think LBF have just showed a little bit more experience in terms of competitive play, utilizing their tanks and being more effective with dealing with the opponent's tanks. I think LBF have just shown a little bit more experience in competitive play here than VDP. VDP, obviously a new team. They're also very new to competitive post-Scriptum. This is actually their first time in a tournament. This is actually their first time in a tournament. And, They've shown very well. They've shown very well. We're having GGs called in called in chat. VDP putting up a white flag. VDP are saying GG in chat. They know it's over. So VDP have said GG to their opponents. Great sportsmanship. Great. I'll hide it so you can see what they're saying as well for a second. Let me just actually, I don't want to blank the logo because last time that caused things to crash. But VDP have said GG in chat. They're saying they surrender. So LBF comfortably winning. Well done to them. They're going to go through to the deciders bracket now for the losers, where they're going to be facing one of the teams from the winners bracket. Whoever loses in the winners brackets will be going up against LBF in the deciders bracket now for a chance to go through to the semi-finals. The third cap has been neutralized by LBF. I'm going to let the teams play on, even though they both know it's over. I'm just going to let the teams play on. As long as they won. But yeah, the results are sealed. Obviously, I need to let it play on so we can make it official. But yeah, LBF doing a good job on the attack here. They've played very well throughout the game. They were very... I think what clinched it for LBF here on the attack, the use of two tanks. The use of two tanks at the beginning and the ability to deal with the French tanks early on really sealed the victory here for LBF on the attack. Those P2s along with the 222 early on, so devastating when dealing with the infantry, and VDP unable to get their own armored support on scene in time, and with the armor being cut off by the experienced AT crew from LBF, it really did it really was the catalyst that allowed for LBF to have the victory here. So yeah, I just told the teams they're free to play it out, just so I can make it official. Either way, LBF are going through to the next round. You can see LBF are actually moving on. They took the third cap. They're moving on to the fourth cap now. A couple of the VDP players dropped out. They said GG, well played. There was a lot of good spirit between the team. Lots of good spirit. You know, that's what we love to see. Players in good spirit. Respectful play. Sergeant Leo here building an AT gun. Lols trying to flank around with his AT. Oh, Lols. Almost flanked around with the AT truck. LBF already on the fourth cap. It's gonna be sad saying bye to VDP, man. They were my team. I know I'm not meant to be biased, man, but I was rooting for VDP. I really wanted them to go far. They were my boys from Brazil. I did all I could to accommodate them this year so we could get a team outside of Europe in the ladder. And it's going to be sad seeing them go. But hey, they put on a good show. They were always in good spirits, which I love, man. They always had passion in these games, and they was always in good spirits. So, yeah. Man, it's going to be sad seeing them go. Hopefully season 4. Hopefully for season 4 we see VDP back. I want to see them back for season 4. They've been such a cool team. They've been such an easy team to work with as well, man. I had so much fun, like working with them, organizing things, talking with them. A lot of the VDP boys said GG and dipped. And hopefully we can do an interview. I'd like to do interviews tonight. I have time tonight. Saturday. Oh, come on. P38. P38 behind. Behind. The P38's flanked both tanks here. The B1 and the Renault. Obviously, you kill the Renault first. And then you focus on the B1. I don't think he actually knows the Renault's next to him. I think he only saw the B1. I don't think the Renault heard the shots either. Those shots are actually doing damage to the B1. You can see the B1's health went down a little bit there. They might be ricochets, but they are damaging the B1 little by little. Is that Renault spotted the P38? Come on, Renault. Turn around. Turn around. It's turning its turret. Come on. It's right behind you. Come on. Keep turning. Keep turning. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I believe. I believe. Oh, it missed the P38. No, dog with the HE. No, dog. Go away. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Monster. Go, Zob. Go, Gavin. Gavin, get away. Get away. Go. Go. Yeah, man. Lives to fight another day. You got the P2 and B1. B1 just ran over Major. No, Fanta! Stop! The B1's too slow to get away from that anyway. Sergeant Leo was still alive and Sergeant Leo died. P2 almost died there. Meanwhile, they're capping that. A lot of VDP have bounced. They said GG. So, again, great job to VDP. VDP, first time in a competitive season. A new team. This is the first time they've been playing competitive as well. They don't really play competitive games. The fact that they put on such a great performance. They finished third in their group. They put on a great show. There's lots of promise with this team, man. VDP, if they keep at it, if they keep playing competitive matches, they can definitely be a strong team. VDP can definitely be a strong team. I hope they keep playing some matches, especially matches against European teams. If they keep playing some matches against European teams that have a bit more experience in competitive play, definitely VDP can go all the way, man. Come on, Renault. Come on, please. You can win this. Oh no, it hit the fence. Second shot missed. No! Heisenberg. Come on, you can do it. Shuffle. That's it, man. Keep going. Keep going. You can do this. Come on. Yes, man. Careful, careful, careful. Use the turret. Give you some speed, maybe. Look at Heisenberg, man. That driving. No, get out of here, Breeze. Get out. God damn it, man. But yeah, full credit to LBF. And commiserations to VDP. LBF will be going through to the losers bracket decider for a chance to fight to get into the semi-finals. We don't know who they're going to be facing in the decider match, because obviously we need the other games to be played, and the other games, the other teams will be rolled. We're going to do a random draw to see what team they'll be facing next. The Renault. A little bit of a rule break here, but it's fine. It doesn't matter, the game's already over. What I love is like how both teams have been in such good spirits, man. I love how there's been good spirits from both teams. Trying to place that ATR rifle. Such a... If you've seen my ATR rifle video on YouTube, don't use them. Honestly, they give you a headache, man. Come on, Cabu. Come on. Cabu. With the Renault 35 or 38. I can never remember. Come on. You can do it. I believe. F, man. F. Oh. Are you kidding me? Well. Well. It had to happen at some point. It had to happen at some point. I'll try to get into the match as fast as possible. Luckily it doesn't really matter at this point, but it had to happen at some point. Had to happen.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen.
If you're wondering why I don't like to zoom in much, one of the criticisms I get when I'm casting is I don't zoom in to get cool shots with like tanks and stuff. That's one of the reasons right there, because you crash a lot in the admin cam. If you do a close up on a tank and then there's suddenly an explosion, 50% chance you're gonna crash. There's a 50% chance that you're gonna crash from zooming in on a tank battle. That's one of the reasons why I try to stay in the air more, because yeah, it happens a lot. It happens a lot more in chapter 2 and free maps as well, because it's obviously there's a lot more visually going on these maps. So yeah. Luckily, we can get back in quickly, though. The match is probably over now, though. I think the cap was being taken. So, there it is. So, we're not going to get the end tickets because it's not going to load in time. Either way, that's GG to LBF. They're going through to the next round for a chance to fight for a spot in the semi-finals. VDP are first team to leave us. I love you, VDP. I hope to see you again in the future. I want to do more stuff for you guys, so I'm looking to cast some of your games in the future. As always, if you watch this on YouTube, remember to like, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care, YouTube. Much love.